Hi Geminis, and welcome to your August 2020 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to talk about some positive and uplifting thoughts for you as your energy feels super positive and uplifting this month. I know it's a bit of a surprise. You're one of the only signs this month that I'm feeling like super happy and excited to be speaking to and talking about. All of the other signs has been heavy as you know what. And we've had to really go through, the whole 9 yards, and we've had to talk about, everything from trauma coping to, weird codexes to weird, roundabout, butterfly effect type things. So not for Gemini are we really going through that, and I love that for you guys, where you guys can totally change your world this month and rise into feeling a lot better. Okay, Leo season with Mars being in Aries, Chiron retrograde as well, which surprisingly is not too bad for Gemini, actually gives you a sort of reminiscent type of nostalgia about your own self and your own capabilities as a person. I feel like in August, Gemini can just totally, as if they've forgotten, remember who they are and remember what they're here for and remember their motivation. You have this sudden halt, or say you are in traffic and you don't notice you've gone off into another world, but then the light turns red and you suddenly slam on the brakes and you come to a halt, and within that it clicks spiritually that you've just been sitting at a stop the whole time in your life. You've just been sitting at a stop sign or a red light this whole time. You're like, why aren't I going? Why isn't it turning green? And then it's so simple as a Gemini, how you have your cup overflow again. I love that you guys have Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, 10 of Cups, Two of Wands, the Empress in your reading. Many of you are starting a new relationship this month. You're one of the only signs that can do that right this month, okay? For those of you who are single. And then for those of you who are coupled, I really feel like you're going to take your relationship to the next level here. And I think that there's a great potential also, if there's been a struggling relationship or a painful relationship, to make it right, to make it happy. And for some of Geminis, it feels like you might have to move on, or you might have to set your sights forward. But it also, I think that it's okay, and it's not argumentative, it's not anger-based how you move through relationships right now. Now, if you've got a lot of other energies in your chart, that can be different. For Cancer, for Scorpio, for Capricorn, for all the cardinal signs, we have a little bit more relationship tension potentially this month. But it does feel like you are really understanding what it means to relate to another person by understanding what it means to relate to yourself. Only difficulty that I'm feeling intuitively for Gemini, the only thing to watch out for is building things up in your mind to have more or less value than they do. So 6 of Pentacles and 7 of Cups, the only two difficult cards in your reading. And this has been happening all month this month. For every sign, there's been 2 difficult cards and the rest has been very positive. So despite having these difficult energies, you've seen if you saw my August comprehensive video, which I will link below, despite those difficult energies, the difficulty is very much not in majority right now. We can really be optimistic and see the glass is half full if we would like to. And you seem to be leading the pack in that way, Gemini. Does it mean that everything's perfect right now? No. It's one of the most difficult years for you in a long time. I know, you have the quincunx to Capricorn, as well as Leo has that too. So it's a rock and a hard place type of year, I get it. But within that, the acceptance that you've found, the knowledge of where you'll be for the next few years, the knowledge of what you want, finally understanding motivation, and maybe it's a rock and a hard place right now, but you know that it's inevitably going to pass. It's kind of honestly, and it's surprising to be considering this a positive message right now compared to the other signs, but when you're almost through the flu, the worst part of the flu has ended, but you're not quite better. It's like that, it's not great, it's not perfect, but you know that you've come through, you know that you're going to survive. So that's what I feel for Gemini, you know that you're going to survive at this point in time, and it's only uphill from here. So let's jump straight into the week to week, Gemini. Let's not hesitate. Week number 1, you've got 7 of Cups rooted down by 10 of Cups. Such an emotional infusion coming in for you. You will totally understand what is and is not real about your relationship, about your marriage, about your business relationships, even to a degree as well. You're going to totally get a new outlook, I think, a new philosophy on relationships in general, how you're connecting with people. Maybe it's easier to be social now. Maybe a social anxiety has just faded away. And then also some of you are like proposing marriage, or some of you have been married, or have done something, which I don't think it's the greatest time to like do a marriage right now, but surprisingly for Gemini, it seems to work. And also like marrying your project or marrying your art. I'm not just talking people, but commitments in general. You got to be careful. Like, why are you there? Why are you committing to it? Is it like a marriage of like convenience, with Seven of Cups? Like, watch out for that. But overall, like pretty positive relationship transformations coming for you in the first week. Week number 2, you've got the Empress rooted down by Two of Cups. Very, very fertile energy. Okay, very easy to get pregnant. Very easy to impregnate. Okay. We're not afraid to talk about those things over here on this channel. So, although you'd be surprised, YouTube will probably demonetize the video just for something like that. We'll see. But anyway, Gemini, it's late. I'm recording this video late. You never know what will be said. Anyway, so yeah, you want to really understand the fertility that you have right now. Like, are you wanting to have kids? Are you wanting to grow flowers? Are you wanting to build a business from the ground up? Anything that's requiring like a dose of fertility, second week of August is the time, okay? And I feel that for Sagittarius too. So especially if you've got Gemini and Sag axis in your chart, you're going to really, you're going to really grow and plant what you need in order to feel that your life is moving on this good momentum. Also your environment, so your surroundings. The Empress to me is always about surroundings and those things really supporting us. Is your environment nice, clean, stable, and abundant and benevolent for you? You need to make it so, okay? And that's going to really help you to facilitate that positive relationship with yourself. Two of Cups, where you're looking in the mirror, you're happy with what you see in the mirror. And this is not about looks, but it's about being happy with oneself. And that's going to prompt you to then, if you're single as a Gemini especially, to like pull in the type of partner that you would like, being happy with yourself, not being afraid to walk out of your door, not being afraid to be seen, not being afraid to connect yourself to other people in a safe and appropriate way, in an integrity-based way. Like your integrity is also really growing in the second week. So it's like almost very strong chivalry that I'm seeing from Gemini. Like you're really gaining more integrity and honor and humility. Like you're becoming quite noble, actually. So the second week, like what can Gemini do to become more and more noble, to really meet that halfway? It will really help you in your relationships, okay? Week number 3, you guys have Page of Cups rooted down by Six of Pentacles. If I can get a breath here, Geminis. Okay, Page of Cups and Six of Pentacles. So, like, watch out for... this is the only difficult week of the month, potentially. It does feel like your energy is needed by everybody right now. You're one of the only signs that's coming in with such positive aura this month. So, when people identify that as this is like a month about relationships to you, so you're really in the presence of other people, it seems like... they're going to really want to contract that into their lives. Like, can you come over every day? Can you help my business every day? Can you pay my rent every month? Things like that. It does feel like you're very generous as well. As I'm feeling you to be more so the noble person in the Six of Pentacles, that person in the red cloak. That's my intuitive feeling for Gemini this month, that people want like handouts from you and people want a piece of your cake, a piece of your pie, So what are you giving? What do they want from you? What are you... And are you doing that in a just way? Like what I love about Six of Pentacles, it's actually one of my favorite cards, at least when it comes to like learning and life lessons, because it shows the need to help the people who are struggling more. But with the scales, okay, in the left hand, the person is holding the scales and they're balanced. And I love the moral of this card because it's saying we're not giving to people for like political advantage. We're not giving to people to be seen as the giver, to be seen and to gain more status. We're truly giving because there's a pure need of other people and our cup overflows, And you also have Ace of Cups too. So your cup is kind of overflowing, or somebody's come into your life whose cup is overflowing. And there's a strong need for Gemini to really access that aspect of yourself that's very like justice oriented. Six of Pentacles is a very minor arcana justice card. So really processing like, what do I give? What's appropriate for me to give? to the world, you know, because sometimes we can give too much, or sometimes we can give the wrong thing. You know, we have people sometimes who are needing to like really give to a relationship pool or give back to their peer group, but then they're like donating money or something, and it doesn't always make sense the way that we choose to give in life. So you're going to really understand that more in the third week and really get that in a more concise and pure way. With Page of Cups, it's kind of emotional energy, so watch out for emotional vampires, okay? Week number 4, Ace of Cups rooted down by 2 of Wands. So you're starting over, Gemini. As something ends, as something closes out, there's a brand new beginning. Crazy that you guys are able to have a new beginning here. I think it's because your energy forms a yod. We've got Sun in Leo, not there, but during this phase, we've got Sun in Leo, all the Capricorn placements, and then the Gemini placements will create a yod. So there's like a dignified kind of like divine intervention for Geminis, it does feel like. Yeah, divine intervention. That's what I'm going to title this video, I think, divine intervention, because Gemini really feels that way. Like, you can come into like August like not believing me. So it's like Sky has said that this is gonna be like the best month ever. I have no clue how that's possible. But by like the second week, and for certain by the fourth week, there's a sense of divine intervention where you get like a windfall or a benevolence or an abundance. And it could be something so small, just as like finally understanding what you need to give in life. And that has an impact on your purpose and motivation. And it's not and I don't mean just like giving like objects or money or charity, like it could be that, but I mean like how you're energetically giving in life. Like, what is your job, what is your role, what is your, like, this can become like super clear for Gemini, which is like a gift from above. But fourth week, yeah, you could see a new relationship starting, you could see new emotional energy for things, new strategies, a new lens on life, a new view of the world, a new philosophical ideation. All of these things are possible. 2 of Wands is about replanning, like back to the drawing board, you know, like I'm looking at the world at large. Who do I want to be? Where do I want to place myself? It could be a move for some of you. You're probably the only sign that could move right now. Or just have like a big change in opinion, or a big shift in philosophy in some way. It's much more rigid for other signs right now. But anyway, Gemini, I've loved this reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go ahead and conclude for you guys for this month. Short, simple, and positive. I'm going to be putting together an extended reading over on Patreon if you guys would like to support the channel and get more bonus content. We will be looking at a central theme, 2 supporting themes, and talk more about how you can really facilitate this positive growth into your life. So if you'd like to check that out, it's linked below, and I will also link it in the center of this video. Thank you so much for being here, Geminis. Your likes, comments, and subscribes here on YouTube help me so much as well and help the channel to grow. So I will talk to you guys later. Let me know how the reading was for you in the comments. And without further ado, we'll jump over to Patreon for your extended. Much love, Geminis. Bye.